Hello again, everyone. This is Collocations Part 24. This is the 24th video in my collocation series, and like the others, I'll present 5 commonly used collocations to you numbered 116 to 120. But first, I'll give you the opportunity to guess the appropriate word or words to complete each one. Then I'll give you the answers along with additional examples for each collocation. I also recommend that you pause the video at each question to give yourself some extra time to think of the answers. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 116. And the answer here is B, get. The complete collocation is get changed. And the example is, I didn't have time to get changed before the Halloween party last night. So I had to put on my costume when I got there. All right, this collocation, to get changed, basically means to just change your clothing, okay? Or to put on different clothing or clothes, okay? And this is exactly what the person's talking about in the example where they are getting changed for the Halloween party. They're putting on their costume, okay? We also use put on clothing, all right, or to get changed. We also say get changed into, like this next example. The first thing that I do when I get home from school is to get changed into jeans. All right, so in this case, person's changing their clothes, right? But they're getting changed into their jeans, okay? Something more comfortable. All right, so to get changed basically means the same thing as to put on clothing, all right? To change from one set of clothing to the next. Okay, you got it? All right. Here's number 117. And the answer here is B, went. The complete collocation is went bald or to go bald. And the example is, my father went bald at a very early age. Now, to go bald just means that you lose your hair or become bald, as we say, all right? And then in this example, they're talking about how the person's father lost his hair when he was very young, which usually doesn't happen too often, but it can happen. Usually when guys get older, they lose their hair or go bald, as they say. Now, the other two examples, gone and been, just don't work here, okay? Here's another example. The idea of going gray bothers me more than going bald because I think bald is beautiful, okay? So in this case, when you get older, some people don't like to go gray because they look older if they're gray. And that's what happened in this case. The person's saying that they would rather go bald, maybe like me, and shave their head. When you start going bald, some people shave their head like I do. Okay, but going bald, that's what it means to lose your hair. All right, here's number 118. And the answer here is C, doing. The complete collocation is doing exercise or to do exercise. And the example is, I prefer doing exercise in the morning rather than when I come home from work in the evening. Okay, so to do exercise just basically means to exercise, okay? To move around, move your body, okay, in order to stay in shape. Okay, people do exercise. And the person in our examples prefers to exercise in the morning rather than in the evening. Okay, so you got the idea? Here's another example. If you do exercise every day, you'll stay healthy and be able to control your weight. So again, we're talking about exercising, all right? To move your body in a way to stay in shape. All right, now this one you could actually say if you exercise every day. You don't have to say do exercise, but you can, and we use it quite often to do exercise. Got it? Okay, now for number 119. And the answer here is C, have. The complete collocation is have sympathy for. And the example is, I have a lot of sympathy for nurses because they have a very difficult job. Okay, so if you have sympathy for someone, you feel sorry for them, or maybe you feel bad for them. Okay, and that's what the person is talking about in this example where they have sympathy for, or they feel sorry for nurses because of their difficult job. Okay, now the other two examples here, admit sympathy for or open sympathy for, they don't work. Got it? All right, here's another example. It's hard for me to have sympathy for people who get sick when they don't ever take care of themselves properly. All right, in this case, the person doesn't have sympathy for. The person doesn't feel bad for the people who get sick who don't take care of themselves. Okay, it's opposite of our last example, but you get the idea. It means to feel sorry for. All right, and now for our final collocation, number 120. And the answer here is B, security. The complete collocation is job security. And the example reads, fears about job security are rampant in over half of the workforce at that company. Okay, so job security basically means that, let's say that it's a feeling that your job is secure, that you're going to keep your job or your job will be there. And in our example, it seems like the people, over half of the workforce at the company they're talking about, were scared that they were going to lose their job. They didn't have job security. Okay? The other two examples, surety and sturdiness, kind of mean secure, but they're not used like this for this collocation. All right? Here's another example. For many people, job security is a critical factor when they are selecting a company to work for. All right, now they're talking about how this is very important to people, this job security. To have a secure job, it's very important when people look for a place to work. Okay, so that's what job security is. Got it? That's all for this video. Thanks again for subscribing, and please like and share the video if you get a chance. And remember what I always say, keep practicing. See you next time.